Jade.
Ryan.
Virgo season.
Yesterday was parent teacher conference for my youngest.
Okay.
The teacher was like, she's great. End of conversation. And I was like, all right, you got to give me a little bit more than that. She was like, the only thing I would say is that since you've been helping her with her math, there's just some discrepancies. And I think I have the election to blame for that because I no longer count 45 or 47. And so that's messing with her learning. And I'm not with it. What are your thoughts?
Listen, 45 and 47 don't exist. I refuse to acknowledge anything that has anything to do with those two numbers. Actually, when I'm supposed to turn 45, I'm just going to be 44 again. And then we'll be 46. And then when I'm supposed to turn 47, I will be 46 again. I don't write the rules. I just abide by them.
I see.
You know what I mean?
I see.
We're going to start this differently because we usually do a regular check-in and we usually start with mess. But this week has been stressful.
Oh my God. Today, if I didn't have a scheduled therapy session for the day after, I don't know. And luckily we've had some days in between before we've recorded, so I think I'm slightly better than I was on Wednesday morning.
I woke up on I went to sleep on Tuesday. I'm not going to hold you.
For sure.
I went to sleep because I suffer. One of my biggest triggers is elections. Elections are huge. I don't know why I'm so caught up and why I'm so emotionally tied to elections, but they are a huge trigger for me. So I spent the night nauseous. I spent the night just not feeling like myself. And so I said the best way for me to go about this, I didn't turn on any TV. I had the Apple Live activity on my phone. I had to take that off. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to take myself to sleep and hope that when I wake up tomorrow, that it will be a better day.
Facts.
That is not what happened at all. And for some godforsaken reason, Donald Trump is the next president of the United States of America.
Don't do that. I used to play first trumpet in band camp. No, but like I did play first trumpeter, so we're not doing that to the trumpet. No thanks. Trumpets are triumphant, and this is not what this was. So I refuse to rebuke you.
Listen. When he won the first time, I refused to call him president anything, and that remains the same this time around. No, it's just a big no. And we're not going to dwell too much on this because we know that some of you are probably coming here for an escape from the reality of everything that's going on outside.
I'm coming here for an escape, Jade. Me. That's me. Yes, because
we are going to talk about it briefly. So that man, that subhuman person, allegedly won the election, the 2024 election, with an electoral college count of 295 to Kamala's 226. He also won in a lot of swing states. I think she only won one swing state or battleground states too. Like she lost Pennsylvania. I don't know. It was a cluster. I am not a conspiracy theorist by any means. And I'm not going to January 6th this whole situation. But I will say personally to me, something in the milk is not clean because these numbers are not adding up. Donald Trump has never won a popular vote, and all of a sudden he's more popular than Kamala Harris.
I done told you from last week and the week before that and week before that I was nervous. We got caught slipping in 2016 because we live in our little bubble and we failed to understand what the country outside of our little bubble was feeling and thinking and saying and all of that. And somehow this election, I decided to put myself back in a bubble by quitting Facebook. And well, not quitting Facebook, but really not engaging on Facebook at all. And like you really kind of mostly not engaging on social media at all. And I really didn't have a full pulse on what was going on. But this is America. This is where we are. This is where we live. So I can't I can't completely agree with you on the milk ain't clean because this is just
No,
who
no.
we are apparently,
Oh
and
no.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I know I definitely went to sleep during the election because I just could not keep getting those text messages. What I failed to do was put my phone on do not disturb
Oh, I
because
did that. Oh, I
they
did that heavy.
like I fell asleep and really tossed and turned all night, and then first thing at like 5 something in the morning my text messages are blowing up, and I'm just like, it's either one of two things, and I'm hoping for it to be the other thing, the thing that I want. And but before I even looked at my phone, I was like, you know what, let me get up, let me go to the bathroom, let me do all the things in order to
Right.
prepare myself for what I'm about to realize. And
Right.
it's not a good way to start your day.
It's
I'll tell
not.
you that. I'll tell you that right now. And like I said, I had a therapy session that next morning, and I'm gonna give my therapist I'm gonna let her slide on this one because all we did was bitch for an hour. All we did was bitch about this shit for a whole hour, and it's like, I get it. I know I'm paying for a service, but I think maybe I guess it was therapeutic. I don't know. I didn't go to school for this. I don't read the DSM or anything like that. So me venting maybe was therapeutic, but like we didn't talk about nothing other than this. And then she was like, "Oh, we're at time," and I'm like, oh, God, get off my phone. Like I was just like, I was so annoyed. I was just so annoyed with everything, because like I was like, all right, see you next week. But like I can't keep doing this to myself. I have to realize what America is,
Yeah.
and
Amen.
the optimism that I feel like I had, like, is dwindling more and more and more, and especially when I have to look in the eyes of my children,
Mm-hmm.
and then like foresee their future
Mm-hmm.
because of y'all scum bucket bitch ass. Okay, let me stop.
Ooh.
All right, bring it together. All right, when I have to look them in their eye and feel the sorrow for them that they don't necessarily feel because they're still innocent, it's heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
It's really heartbreaking,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what to tell y'all. We sat on this show, and obviously, hopefully, in the next coming months and years, we have a bigger platform. But like, we told y'all what to do,
Yeah.
and y'all didn't heed to that. And when these next 4 years unfurl and y'all reap the
Consequences.
consequences of all of this, I would normally say I ain't gonna say I told you so, but I will say I told you
Oh.
so. I will every single chance that I get, and hopefully I can get out of this unscathed. We got out of the last time he was doing this. We got out of that, and we started to rebuild, and hopefully we can get out of this one and rebuild. But like, I don't really have much faith at this point. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm gonna tell you, and I am so 10 toes down on this. I let me okay. The standpoint that I'm coming from, or that I was always coming from, is that this isn't a lesser of two evil situation. This is literally people's lives and livelihood are on the line. My livelihood is not on the line. I live in a blue state. I live in a sanctuary state. I live in a
We,
state and in a bubble where all of the things that can be stripped away from other people have been codified, or we have democratic state governments, state legislatures that will make sure that we are okay. So I wasn't voting for me. I could have not voted this election and I would have been okay. And I'm still going to be okay if I'm going to be 100% honest. I didn't vote for me. I voted for your daughters. I voted for my other nieces and nephews. I voted for the people in my life that I care about and people that I don't even know who I know will be adversely affected. The thing that annoys me the most about this situation is there's two things. One, people lied because there's no way we had all this momentum
big
for
lies.
Kamala Harris for her not to even win the popular. It's different if she would have won the popular vote and he got the electoral college because of these red states. But for that to not even line up, that means a lot of you looked at us and lied to our faces.
To
A
our
lot of
faces.
you got on your soapboxes and said you were doing this for your daughters and then whispered, she don't really need body autonomy though. That's really what happened. And that's
Yo.
what annoyed me the most. The other thing that annoys me the most is, and I have smoke for leftists. And the reason I have smoke for leftists is not because y'all stood on what y'all on y'all principled beliefs, because I also believe that Palestine deserves freedom, and that Israel is in 100% wrong. But the first person to call Donald Trump after he won the election was Benjamin Netanyahu. Donald Trump was the same person who, in the beginning of his campaigning, said that he will let Netanyahu finish the job. So I don't know what y'all thought was going to happen, if this was going to push people more left or to see your point. But me, as a person who considers herself to be a progressive Democrat, I have no interest in Jill Scott. I mean, no, what's her name? Jill Stein.
Stein.
I don't have
Yeah.
any interest in Jill Stein. The reason I don't have any interest in Jill Stein is because Jill Stein has been running for office in some capacity since 2002. And she keeps telling y'all that she's building a coalition. She's been building a coalition, her ground game, her ground game. She got less than 1% of the vote nationally. Not in Jersey, not in New York, not in Wisconsin, nationally. So for someone who sat there and lied to y'all faces and told y'all she's been building a coalition, you don't think she could have gotten, she told you, all we need is 5%. She didn't, she literally got 0.6% of the vote.
Yeah, but that was to be expected, though. I didn't expect much there. I just what it is like, I don't trust y'all. I don't trust y'all
Not at
anymore,
all.
because it's like, it's one thing for, like, we're looking at it nationally, but there's people that you and I know, people that laugh and smile in your face, people that may even look like you, people that are your neighbors, people, all these people that talking about what they want to do, and like agreeing with you, and like even bad mouthing the same people they voted for.
Yeah.
And so I can't, this is exactly how I felt during George Floyd. And I don't like that feeling. It pulls me out of my character. I like to see the good and the positive and the optimism in things. And it's hard to do that, especially in these first couple days after the election, especially when I got to wake up and hug my kids and try to pretend like I'm having a good time so that they don't catch my energy.
Right.
My daughter, my 11-year-old, she wanted to watch the election with me that night. And I was like, nah, you got school in the morning. We'll explain, what goes on in the morning. And I'm actually going to sleep as well. So you're really not watching much. And I'm glad that she went to sleep, because I would have just gotten progressively upset, and she would have seen a side of me that I don't think she's ever seen.
Right.
But when she woke up and she asked who won the election and found out that, it was Trump, she started crying. And I was just like, wait a second. I'm like, now you pissing me. Right. Now you pissing me off, because I had no part in that. And also, all these big feelings she has, that didn't come from me. That comes from her just observing what's going on in the world at the moment, at the tender age of 11.
Right.
That broke me. That broke me a lot. And it's just, I say on this show all the time that I'm trying to protect my kids' innocence and trying to allow them to have as much of a childhood as they can before they have to realize the craziness of the world and like all of that. I remember growing up and hearing gunshots outside my window and my mom pretending like it was fireworks.
Right.
And you grow up and you learn that, oh shit, my mom was a liar, but she was lying to protect me. Right. And I never wanted to be a liar to my children to protect them. But like, it's the state of the world. It's the state of the world. The world doesn't seem like it's getting any better. It actually seems like it's getting worse. We have even bigger things to worry about than an election. We're talking about climate change and all these different things. Over. And this is an administration that don't give two shits about that. So when they leave, who cares? All the havoc that they've created in these 4 years will last for decades. I'm just saying.
I just want y'all to understand what we're facing as a country right now. So they want to get rid of the Department of Education, one. So if you have a child that has special needs and they have an IEP or any type of plan, bye. He's already promised Robert F. Kennedy Jr. that he can run the Department of Health. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said that he wants to get rid of fluoride in water. Okay? Like, it's just a lot. I'm going to pivot this for 2 seconds because
Please,
amongst
please.
all of this despair, I have been able to find a pocket of joy.
Oh,
And that pocket of joy has been amongst Black women.
mm-hmm.
And I randomly posted something on Threads that has taken me from now. Threads is honestly my most viable platform.
it it kind of makes sense though, but like I remember you saying after the election, okay, yeah, I've officially quit Twitter.
Yeah.
And then 2 seconds after, you're like, I've joined Threads.
Yeah.
And then you said, I posted this thing on Threads. And then 2 seconds after that, you're like, holy shit, Black women are fucking with me on Threads. And I'm like, and I just keep watching this thing. I'm like, okay, all right, okay. You got a little community going there. Like, all right. And that's exactly what you need. Like
We need community.
you're an outspoken Black woman. And I think one of the smarter Black women that I know.
Thank you.
I mean, in general, Black women tend to be on the smarter side.
Right.
But for you to find a community over there and for it to be positive, I think there's nothing but up from here. And so, I'm along for the ride with you. I rocks with y'all, Black women.
It's crazy to me because I knew what I needed, kind of, but I didn't know that this was what I needed to see. You know what I mean? Like I didn't need to, it helped me realize that I wasn't alone in how I was feeling and that there are other Black women who are searching for community at this time amongst all of this, because we realized as Black people, we are all we got.
Okay? We are all we got.
Because everybody else let us down. They tried to tell us that Black men, but the top two demographics that voted for Kamala were Black women at 97% and Black men at like 80%.
Top two.
We are all we got. And so I'm all about building community, but I'm going to be very clear when I say this. I am no longer a safe space for others. Okay.
Were you a safe space before today?
I was.
You were a safe space for who?
I was a safe space for a lot of people. I would let a lot of people slide. Okay. So now we have new rules for engaging with me. Okay. And I'm gonna keep it brief. The number one rule is respect is non-negotiable. Okay.
Non-negotiable.
You come at me sideways. I've kept it cute. I'm no longer keeping it cute. I'm going to bless you, and you do not want my blessings. I promise you. I promise you. Okay? Do not slide in my comments or my DMs saying any. If I tell you what I'm fitting to do, I don't care about what you thought I should do. It's not up for negotiation. I don't care. Okay?
You know they sliding.
And I welcome you to. Just know that I am now unhinged. Okay? Mm-hmm. I'm no longer worried about feelings because no one thought about the feelings of Ryan's children or my nieces or my nephews. So it's up from here. It is up from here.
She always been unhinged though, so.
We are not going to debate about my identity or my values. I am a Black woman first and foremost. Okay? I don't care who's offended by the fact that I am secure in my Blackness. If you voted for Donald Trump, you may not think you're racist, but you do not have a problem with racist ideology because you don't think it affects you. And I have a problem with that, and I have a problem with you. If that upsets you, then that's a you problem. That is not a Jade problem.
Right.
Because I'm okay.
Right.
Okay, that's a you problem.
Yes.
Last but not least, keep it constructive or keep it moving. I don't want your opinion. I didn't ask you for it. Do not drop it. Just like y'all voted in a dictator, my spaces, my platforms are a dictatorship. These are not a democracy. I'm not voting for your opinion. Do not ask me when Trump lights y'all up. I am not marching for anybody. I am not contributing to anybody's GoFundMe unless it comes from a very specific niche group of people. Otherwise, you are on your own. Just like we were on our own during this election, you were on your own. And I mean that. I am standing 10 toes down. The only reason I'm not going back to Starbucks is because I'm not an asshole. Okay, I know a lot of people boycotted Starbucks, because of Gaza, I don't really like Starbucks, but I will be
Mm,
shopping at Zara.
mm.
I will. And it has nothing to do with Gaza and me thinking that I'm sticking it to leftists. But at the end of the day, I do have a gift card and I'm going to spend it.
To lighten things up, what do you get when you cross a potato and a penis?
A hard launch?
A dictator.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
The dad jokes had to.
Okay. I'm gonna jump into. I didn't have any "Am I the assholes" this week because I'm not gonna hold you. I had to dig for topics this week, only
Mm,
because my mind had not been completely whatever. So I did
facts.
some archival digging, and I went to Six Brown Chicks because their stories always grinds Ryan's gears. And as my Virgo brother slash like boy best friend, what else can I do but grind his gears? So we're gonna start. This I'm coming in hot. You ready?
Coming in hot. Well,
All
that's nothing new.
right. I'm gonna own up to what I did. My friend's baby daddy and I have been hooking up for months. I'm the reason they broke up. I met up at his house and we were just getting started when his baby mama pulled up with his kids. I waited in his backyard. She is the slice and dice type of female. She always has a knife on her or a razor blade up under that wig. So I
Mm,
hid. I
mm.
found a loaded gun in his, this is not funny, in his yard. I picked it up and the gun exploded in my hand and a fragment hit my face. I saw nothing but blood. I'm screaming my ass off, banging on his door while he's in the house pretending like I didn't just shoot myself in the face. Their kids are telling him somebody dead back there, and he's still trying to keep her from checking. I keep knocking. Finally, he cracks the door open and says, "Get off my property before I call the police." My phone, keys, and purse were inside his house. His neighbor helped me. I have stitches in my forehead and my right eye moves slowly, but I cover that with makeup and long bangs. He apologized and explained that his baby mama stabbed him before and he was trying to save us from that. We've hooked up since then, but I feel like he will always choose her over me. How do I become
Okay.
his main woman?
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. This specifically, first of all, I keep telling you, Jade, they make shit up for the internet. This is constantly made up for the internet.
Oh
I wholeheartedly believe that.
God.
One,
Oh God.
but two, just to give you the benefit of the doubt here, if this is real, this is why we deserve the presidency that we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
These people dumb. Everybody's dumb. Everybody is
I'm gonna give
completely
you.
dumb.
I'm gonna give you
I
one
don't get.
more. I'm gonna give you one more because this one, I'm not gonna lie. I chuckled, and then we're gonna move on. But I just need y'all to. I'm trying to level set. Ready? I graduated from college 2 years ago, and I couldn't find a job. Mr. Henry is my mom's childhood friend, and he hired me to clean his 2 barbershops. Fast forward, and I'm six
God.
months pregnant by him. I thought I had a sugar daddy, but he's a con man. I thought he owned the barbershop. Turns out he's actually the custodian, and I was doing his job while he kept the big money and paid me pennies. He told me to keep our baby on the DL, especially from my mom. I thought it was because of their lifelong friendship. Nope. I told my mother Mr. Henry got me pregnant and she was furious. Why? Because he was her sneaky link. My mother asked me to move
What?
out before the baby arrives. Mr. Henry has ghosted us both and I don't care about him. How do I patch things up with my mother? I need her help with this baby. Advice.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Jade. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I just wanted to give the people something to lament over this week.
Mm. I mean, this is not much to lament. This is just a Tuesday on Jerry Springer. That's all this
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah,
Just,
yeah, yeah. You're right. You're
oh
right.
my God. Like what? Like not this again. This cannot be real. Like who? Mm-mm.
Ryan, let me tell you something. The reason I can tell you that some of these things may be real is you
Mm-mm.
are not on TikTok. I'm going to tell you a story really quickly without wasting any more time. There was a moment on TikTok where this woman got on TikTok and told us that she needed our help finding her child that she gave up for adoption, that was given up for adoption, and she just wants to reconnect with her child. Okay. And it became Baby Watch on TikTok. Everybody on TikTok is looking for clues, trying to help this woman find her baby. Come to find out, we help her find her baby. This woman went cuckoo cuckoo. You understand me? The girl family then had this woman arrested and locked up. She was over here sending them. This is not our lives. But people live like this.
I'm mad you said we. Like, so you used your Virgo skills to help
I
find
didn't
this
actually. No.
child? Because
Actually, I stepped aside. After the initial story
because
dropped, actually, I'm going to throw Jasmine under the bus. Jasmine was heavy involved. Okay. And
because the Virgo
Jasmine
powers
would
are not
send
supposed
me.
to be used for ill.
Nope, because I told Jasmine from the jump after that lady told her story. I said something in the milk ain't clean over there, and I kindly removed myself from the story. But Jasmine was still in it. You know what I mean? Because Jasmine is a little, put her in CSI. She's gonna figure it out. So she was in it, and she would send me little clips and stuff. And she actually updated me a couple of days ago because like the girl and her family got that woman arrested, and like I think they got a restraining order against her. And I was like, that's exactly why she ain't nothing to do with her mother.
Mm-mm.
That's
Mm-mm.
all. So people live
Yeah,
like this.
this is again. I said earlier I live in my bubble, and perhaps I need to stay there. Stay there. I used to talk about my kid, how she just kind of lives in like la la land and everything is just like whatever. But I kind of get it now. I get it now. It's
Mm-hmm.
safe. It's safe there. It's safe there. It's
Mm-hmm.
not safe
Mm-hmm.
outside. And so I think
It's not.
I'll do that from now on
It's
because
really not.
this don't make no damn sense.
It don't. It truly don't. In other news, we lost a legend this week.
We did. We did.
We lost
We
the
definitely did.
iconic, legendary, one of one, Mr. Quincy Jones at the age of 91. He passed on Sunday evening at his home surrounded by family members. If you're not familiar with Quincy Jones and his work, first, shame on you. But I will give you a brief synopsis. Quincy
First of
has
all,
worked with
why are you listening
everyone.
to this show? How'd you find us? Because you definitely don't know anything about anything, and we are niche. So how did you
We
find
are
us? Because how
niche.
do you not know anything about Quincy Jones? Like, who are you? I want to
That
know
is
everything
true.
about you. Please DM me.
He worked with everyone from Michael Jackson to Frank Sinatra. He worked on Thriller. He produced hits like We Are the World. He introduced me to my husband, Tevin Campbell, my first husband, Tevin Campbell, when I was very younger, by producing the iconic song Tomorrow, in which Kevin Campbell told us, tomorrow will bring a better you, a better me.
Mm,
I fell in love during the chorus when they sang the chorus and Tevin Campbell said, "Whoa," and I was like, "Yes, that is the man for
and
me."
clearly, this is the
And
reason
clearly,
why your picker is off now. Because
yeah, that's why. And this is the reason why I'm struggling to find a partner in my current state because apparently I'm attracted to gay
Ah,
men and gay men alone.
I
So,
didn't say any of
um,
that. I didn't say any of that. All I'm
I mean,
saying is
listen,
a little weird.
if I look back, I'm not gonna hold you. And I think Tevin Campbell was like the biggest love of my life who is like gay. So maybe my gaydar is not off. But I did come to an early conclusion that like he and I like the same thing. And then I like moved. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
I got a lot of the L from the LGBTQ in my friend group because we like
Mm-hmm.
this. We like the same things, you know.
Yeah, you know, so I get it. Tevin and I could be friends. But back then, listen, he was the first Black VP of a major record label. He broke barriers that opened doors for generations of artists. Quincy was a mentor and pioneer influencing jazz, R&B, and pop. He also had impact on the film and TV industry. And one thing I loved about Quincy is as he got older
That's the best
and
part.
people started asking Quincy questions, Quincy didn't hold back. And I'm going to just give you some of my favorite quotes from Quincy over the years.
Ah.
Quincy did some work on the Beatles, or he worked with Ringo Starr for his solo album. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He was asked about the Beatles, and Quincy said, and I quote, "The Beatles were some no playing motherfuckers.
That's
They
right.
were the worst musicians in the world.
Ever.
They were some no playing motherfuckers. Paul was the worst bass player I ever heard. And
Yikes.
Ringo, don't even talk about it." He said, Jesus.
Ah.
He recalled an excruciating session with Starr and recording producer George Martin. Starr had taken 3 hours for a 4-bar thing he was trying to fix on a song. He couldn't get it. We said, "Mate, why don't you get some lager and lime, some shepherd's pie, and take an hour and a half and relax a little bit?" They called in jazz drummer Ronnie Varel to record the part. Ringo says, that didn't sound so bad. And I said, yeah, motherfucker, because it ain't you. Then had the nerve to say at the end of that,
uh,
great guy, though. Okay.
I tell y'all all the time. I can't. I mean, next year I'm gonna be in my big fours, and I just enjoy getting older and older and older because I'm a little bit more unhinged every single
Yes.
year, and
Yes.
I can't wait until my age matches my grumpy old man
Yes.
vibe that I already have, because
Yes.
then I can say everything I want to say, and y'all just be like, "Oh, that's just that
Oh,
old
it's
man
Ryan.
talking
That's
nonsense."
just old man Ryan. And then you could change your handle to old man Ryan.
Old man Ryan, yes, that's right.
I have a couple more because Quincy was truly unhinged. Okay.
Treasure.
He gave a damning indictment of that shit stain on America's history, Donald Trump, saying, I used to hang out with him. He's a crazy motherfucker. Limited mentally, a megalomaniac, narcissistic. I can't stand him.
Wow. Wow.
But then claims that he used to date Ivanka. Not the mother, Ivana. The daughter, Ivanka,
Wow.
who is 48 years his junior.
Yes.
Okay. According to him, it was in 2006 when Tommy Hilfiger set them up when he was 72 and she was 25. Hilfiger said, Ivanka wants to have dinner with you. I said, no problem. She's a fine motherfucker. She had the most beautiful legs I've ever seen in my life. Wrong father, though.
Yikes.
Then,
Yikes.
let me tell you something. Then we
Yikes.
talked about Marlon Brando. He said he could dance his ass off. He was the most charming. I can't keep saying this MF word, but apparently Quincy's favorite word was also Kamala's favorite word. So I'm just going to say MFer, okay? He was the most charming MFer you ever meet.
Uh,
He'd F anything. Anything. He'd F a mailbox, James Baldwin, Richard Pryor, Marvin Gaye.
wow.
Then they said after he dropped that T, he basically segued into how Marchese enjoy Brazilian music. I don't even know who that is. Okay. I just,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when you said one of one, all jokes aside, definitely one of one, because
yeah.
I don't know anybody else that has the resume that this man has had over his lifetime and continue to have up until basically the end. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Thriller was over 40 years ago, and he did that when he
Still.
was in his late 40s. Like, that's crazy. And that was like
Thriller is still
the number
on
one
the
selling
charts.
album of all time. Like,
All time.
of all time. Of all time.
All
So,
time. You're not
I mean,
seeing Quincy.
all the things y'all want to say about the man, like, y'all ain't touching his resume. So, rest
You're
in
not.
peace.
Listen, there are no producers current that are going to surpass Quincy Jones's legacy. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't argue with me. Argue with your uncle that told you he used to be a part of the Jackson 5 back in the day. He's lying to you the same way about that, the same way that he's lying to you about you being a great producer. Okay? You will not touching Quincy's legacy. Just letting you know.
Speaking of uncles, my uncle gave me a dad joke.
Oh God, here we go. Oh God.
Again, old people should not have access to the internet, and nobody should tell them.
Shouldn't.
Nobody should tell them that I have a podcast. All right,
they really shouldn't.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. Why do women like to have sex with the lights off?
Oh God. Why?
They hate to see a man having a good time.
Facts. Facts. Y'all don't deserve. Y'all don't deserve.
Yikes.
Moving right along. So Halle Bailey and DDG have broken up. We talked about it. We don't really care.
Oh boy, how are we still here?
But the reason I'm bringing this up is because recently she made it known that DDG had her baby on Kai Cenat's stream, and she did not appreciate that because she did not know that he was taking the baby to Kai Cenat's stream. People are upset that she has these feelings about her kid being on the stream. They think she's making it a much bigger deal than it needs to be. I am going to need y'all to understand that Kai Cenat's stream is not the place for an almost 1 year old baby. For the simple fact that there's a couple of
Facts.
reasons. One, he's always getting swatted. Always getting swatted. That baby should not be there.
Right.
He has sex workers going in and out that whole mansion all the time. Okay. During this streamathon that he's currently having recently, he had Kodak Black on there who literally popped a perk. We watched Kodak Black literally get high in real time and start tweaking on this stream.
Oh no.
She is not wrong. Y'all have to understand that while DDG is a good father, he's also still very much immature. There's a time and a place for everything. He could have gone to that stream and left his baby at home. Halo is not an accessory, and that is what his mama is trying to tell you.
I say that all the time. Kids are not accessories. And this stream could have been happening from heaven. If I am one of the parents and I don't want my child to be on a live stream for millions of people's scrutiny,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in all of my rights to feel that way. Like, and
Exactly.
she left her son with her son's father thinking that he had some sense, but apparently he don't have no sense. And so I don't know why y'all mad, because y'all want to be famous and y'all feel like y'all kids can be on a big stream so that maybe they can somehow rub off on some of that that stupid energy and win the streaming wars and become rich somehow, because that's not gonna happen. But like, that kid don't need to be rich because his mother already is rich. His mother's already famous. Like, they don't need that. She was big pregnant telling y'all in y'all face that she don't know what y'all talking about. So obviously she don't want y'all in her business. So why would y'all think that it was okay for her to feel okay about having her kid be scrutinized by y'all? Like, that this don't make no sense. Like, I'm with her. I don't think she overreacted. I think she underreacted.
Because the way I would have had to write to court and ask for primary custody, because what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Because,
what are we doing?
Because even to the point where there was a video that I saw that I guess like Kai was trying to play some sort of prank where it seemed like somebody was like either breaking in or something was going on. And like they were all supposed to be unaware, and DDG had to be like, nah, I got my son with me, and then like make an exit. And that's exactly why she did not want her son in that type of situation, because y'all are adults. That is a baby.
Yep.
He's going to rely on the people around him to keep him safe.
Keep him safe. Yep.
Y'all can't do that. Like, let's not. Moving on to other people. Lil Wayne had his little Weezyana fest in New Orleans where he reunited with the Hot Boys.
I was just about to say, why you got to call it the Lil Weezyana fest, but that's actually what it's called.
That's what it's called.
It definitely sounds like something you would say. His Lil Weezyana. That's literally what it's called.
That's what they called it.
Yeah.
And they reunited with the Hot Boys. Great. Lil Wayne also decided that he was going to speak up about being snubbed again for the Super Bowl, saying, I told myself I wanted to be on that stage in front of my mom, and I worked my ass off for that position. It was ripped away from me. But this moment right here, they can't take this away from me. So how many times have you prepared yourself to be on that stage in front of your mom? Because this is not the first time that the Super Bowl has been in Louisiana. I questions that need answers. Questions that need answers.
It is what it is. He's within his rights to feel however he feels. I'm also within my rights to know that he don't belong on no damn Super Bowl stage. Let's just think about some of the most iconic performances in Super Bowl history. I'll just name two Virgo performers, because this is Virgo season. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson comes out there, stands on the stage, says nothing, and these people lose their shit.
Crowd goes
their shit. Fainting out, all of it gotta been taken out on stretchers, all of that stuff, and then goes on to give y'all a full-blown performance, pyrotechnics, all sorts of moonwalks, all sorts of everything, all the things, just giving you a show.
Gave y'all everything.
A show. All right, we'll leave that alone. Beyonce comes on, tears down the stage, has all sorts of stuff going on, formations, all sorts of different things, leaves the stage, the whole lights, everything shut down because, Super Bowl couldn't handle what Beyonce had to bring to the stage, because
Let me just
that's the
interject you
type.
really quickly. Where did that performance take place? Just answer, just please.
I'm gonna let y'all
Please.
look that one up. I'm gonna leave that alone. But at the same time, we're talking about performances where you are left stunned, like without
Mm-hmm.
words, because these were performances that were worked on for months and years, and they
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
gave everything, put everything on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And when we go to a Lil Wayne concert, we get a bunch of words that you can't
Mm-hmm.
understand, words that he
Mm-hmm.
forgets that he wrote.
Mm-hmm.
His own
Mm-hmm.
songs can't remember the words for his own songs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Stands there on the mic and does nothing, absolutely nothing. Why would y'all think that the Super Bowl, the biggest viewed show on the planet, would want to see you perform for 15 minutes straight, doing nothing? And then all your songs have cuss words. Everything has to be bleeped. Everything has to be
Mm-hmm.
censored.
Mm-hmm.
All of that stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
come on. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. They don't want you.
I
The Super Bowl don't want you. The city
I'm gonna
might.
tell you
The
this.
Super Bowl don't want you. I don't want you. I want to see a show. I want
I
to see a
wouldn't
show.
watch. I wouldn't watch. And that's literally the only thing I watch Super Bowl for, if it's a good performer. Like
And
I
I
wouldn't
like
watch.
Lil Wayne.
That's the thing, is I'm not even a Lil Wayne hater. I just need people to get out of their delusions of grandeur.
Come
Okay?
on.
Because nobody wants to see you with an unplugged guitar acting as though you're stroking it, saying, we don't want that. We don't want that. The craziest thing is, I get on here and tell y'all to stop interviewing Orlando Brown. Interview him and ask him to tell you how Lil Wayne performs, because I've never seen him more spot on. I have never
Another
seen
thing
a
for y'all
more
to Google.
I have never seen a more spot on representation of how Lil Wayne performs. And nobody's sitting there for 15 minutes for that.
Oh my
We're not.
God.
We're not. And we
Oh my
know
God.
that we know, as Kendrick prepares, we know that Kendrick, I mean, I don't know what he's going to do now, but I know that Lil Wayne was somehow baked into that performance. I know that.
The fact that Kendrick will have dancers, he's already winning on top
Yeah.
of it. He's not
Yeah.
going to be the only person on the stage. And if he does bring somebody else on the stage, they're there with a purpose to entertain
Yeah.
y'all. They're not there to just come and stand and just be a crowd of people that we
Right.
want to know why there's more people on the stage than in the audience. Like, come on. We've evolved in hip hop. Like, we need a show.
We
We
have.
need a show. That's
We
what we
have.
need.
Honestly, they could give Juvenile a slot in the Kendrick show. And I think that would be a good performance. I don't know about you, Weezy. I'm sorry. I don't see it. I don't see it. In more of the, what do they call themselves? Young Money crew news. Aubrey is in his feelings still. Aubrey, y'all call him Drake, has beef with everybody but the person who is going to put him on the Summer Jam screen on one of the world's most viewed televised programs in the world, Kendrick Lamar. Recently, the Sacramento Kings was playing the Toronto Raptors in Canada, or wherever they play. I don't know where they play. I don't follow. But DeMar DeRozan, who we all know was mentioned in Kendrick's "Not Like Us" song and made an appearance in the video, is now a Sacramento King. Used to play for the Raptors.
Okay.
Big old good player for the Raptors, allegedly. Got them a chip, all that good shit. Drake used to hang from his nuts like he does with all male celebrities. Okay, cool. Drake was at the game apparently because they were hanging Vince Carter, another alleged great Toronto Raptor, his banner with his number in the arena, right? Okay, cool. Drake was interviewed and was speaking about all a bunch of stuff. And they were talking to him about Canadian sports or whatever. And he brought it upon himself to say, if you ever put a DeRozen banner up, I'll go up there and pull it down myself. The Media then asked DeMar for a response after the game, and he said he's going to have a long way to climb to take it down. So tell him good luck. During the game, there's footage of Drake and his friend Chubbs, which least gangster name of all time, trying to mean mug DeMar DeRozan in Canada from the sidelines, but really looking bitch made because every time DeMar looked in their direction, their eyes suddenly swung in the opposite direction. And then at one point, it looked like Drake whispered that DeMar DeRozan was a pussy. Okay, Drake. First of all, I forgot how he sounds when he talks in his natural voice. When he said,
I don't
if
know
they
what
ever
that
put a
natural voice is.
DeRozan banner up, I'll go up there and cut it down. The dweebiest of dweebs. Do you understand me? We can't take you serious, sir. DeMar DeRozan is from Compton. You and Chubby Chubster are not seeing him. You're not. You're not coming to Compton and bringing him nothing. You're not. Like, stop with this tough act. Like, this is why I don't like Aubrey. You see what I'm saying?
Can I say, I thoroughly enjoy you trying to explain sports. It's amazing.
If it's not baseball, don't ask me nothing.
It's amazing.
If it is not about baseball, do not ask me nothing. I stopped paying attention to basketball when Michael Jordan retired. After that, I done forgot shit. Did I say baseball or basketball? When Michael Jordan retired, that's when I stopped paying attention.
See what I'm saying?
Don't ask me nothing about football because there's way too many people. Okay, it's too many people. Once I start getting used to one look of people, then a whole nother group of people come in, and I gotta find somebody. Y'all are doing too much. Baseball, sign me up. The rest of them sports, y'all can keep it. But all I know is Vince Carter banner is hanging with his number. I don't even know what his number is in whatever Canadian arena that they play basketball in. And DeMar DeRozan basically let Drake know that he thinks he's a punk because he then went on his Instagram story and posted that clip from Friday where Chris Tucker's character was like, when Debo be talking, I be talking back like when he not looking, like I be saying it under my breath. He basically posted that and alluded to Drake. The
Facts.
Sacramento Kings owner got in on it too because recently at the arena when like they beat the Toronto Raptors, they played Not Like Us in the arena. So you're losing again, sir. You're losing again.
You can't stop the song from being played. It's going to be played everywhere forever.
The best thing for him to do, in my honest opinion, is instead of trying to act like, because listen, you got smoke for DeMar DeRozan, but LeBron James was front and center at that concert, and you got him tatted on your body. You will forever lose. You've lost. You have lost.
I'm still trying to see how this turns out if he ever gets back to status that he was at before. I don't know. We'll see. I've seen stranger things. We have a president that was 45 and that is now 47. So anything can happen, apparently.
The weirdest thing just happened when you said those two numbers. Like, whatever you just said, there was like, I didn't hear it. Like, I don't know what happened. I heard what you said in between it, but I didn't hear it. That it just didn't exist. I don't know.
I see.
It was you was like,
universe.
We got a president who's like, it was just like sounds. And I was like, interesting. In other news of things that I don't care about, but why not? Young Thug got a deal on his RICO case, I guess, where he can't go to like downtown Atlanta for like 10 years and a whole bunch of other stuff. I generally don't care, but I need y'all to stop acting like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X was just freed from prison the way y'all acting behind this man. It is not that serious. Okay, y'all are acting like the greatest humanitarian was just freed. Like, this is not Nelson Mandela. Let's cut it out. Okay, let's cut it out.
Yeah. What I will say is that I've never seen anything like this. Again, 2024, just shocking me. Never seen a black man go in for the RICO and then step foot back out of the jail. Yeah. I've never seen it. So I guess that's something. But 15 years probation is wild. Crazy.
Wild
Crazy.
Wild.
What is he supposed to do for 15 years? Go work at a Cinnabon? I don't know. Like, I don't know what he's supposed to do.
They said
there's going to be nothing but people out here ready to try him. They could catch him doing something,
something.
I don't know. Good luck, Godspeed, but like it's intense. I mean, I guess you got 6 children. Maybe focus on the 6 children, and keep your head down for 15 years. I don't know. I don't know how you get through this. Like that was a crazy plea deal, but you're
They
out.
also said that it's gonna be hard because when you're on probation and you're like a convicted felon, you're not really supposed to associate with other convicted felons. And the first person he took a photo with was Clifford Harris, also
I
known
was
as T.I.
Ti.
So I don't,
I saw that. I saw that.
I don't know how that's gonna work.
He also tweeted or something, some sort of I forget what it was saying, but like I guess if the judge wants to feel like the tweet was a little incendiary or whatever, they can act on that. Like I don't understand. Like you just got out. You should say nothing to no one. If they see you, pretend like they didn't see you. You go find a cave somewhere and just rest up, get back in fighting shape, figure out what you're about to do for the next 15 years, and then I guess speak to us after you've figured it all out. But like this, I can't see 15 years today. I don't
Crazy.
know. I don't know.
Also, his girlfriend, who is an artist by the name of Mariah the Scientist, I guess, was on tour. And when he got freed, basically said to her fans, I'll see y'all later. I'm going home to my man, and hopped on a PJ and didn't conclude her tour and has not shown up to tour since. I need y'all young ladies to be so fucking for real. Are you serious? He's on 15 years probation, sis. He's not going nowhere. You could have wrapped up the tour and went to go see your man at the end. Y'all been good. You ain't talked to him or touched him and you're gonna mess up your money, your
Uh,
bag. I need y'all to be for real. I truly do. Last but not least, we know y'all don't like when we talk about the Creole goddess that is known as Beyonce, but we're gonna talk about her really quickly because she showed up this Halloween, and I just know that she let us know that the next chapter 3, is definitely going to be a rock infused album. Okay, because she paid homage to 3 people: Betty Davis,
yes.
the icon himself, Purple Prince,
Yes.
and Pamela Anderson's Baywatch. I don't know. Pamela Anderson just screams rock and roll. Okay. Also, Beyonce, I have a bone to pick with you because what you're not gonna do is get on there and put on in them pictures at the MTV Awards, the No Visual Awards.
she,
Don't play with us.
she trolling us. She constantly trolls us.
That
Constantly
is
is
that is
trolling
very
us.
disrespectful. You already told us no. We've accepted it. You ain't even put the concert on Netflix as a part of your 18 movie deal with Netflix. We get it. You don't like us. We get it. Okay, we get it. You ain't got to troll us even further.
All I'm saying is, again, y'all don't really understand how deep. Like y'all thought Kendrick went crazy thinking about stuff way down the line and how it's gonna go and all of that stuff. Like the song that she put the visual out for, she mentioned Davis in the song. I didn't really put 2 and 2 together that
Right.
Davis was Sir Davis, and Sir Davis didn't
And
even come out then, and but she
right.
already knew it was down the line or whatever. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. A lot of what she's been putting out has a lot to do with the number 9, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously 9 is her birth month, 9 is September, 9 is Virgo. I get that. It just feels like it's something else.
Yeah,
And
no, something's coming.
what I will say is that when she decides that she's announcing the next tour, I'm gonna need y'all fake fans to have a seat,
Mm-hmm.
because my seat needs to be
Mm-hmm.
front and center, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if for some reason y'all block me from my blessings,
Mm-hmm.
y'all will have to see me, bitch. That's my favorite
Mm-hmm.
word, all right? Y'all will
It
have to
really
see
is.
me, all right?
It truly is.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I already have my stash put aside so that I can
Mm-hmm.
pretend like I'm buying a ticket for my wife, but it's really for me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Get y'all shit
um,
together, y'all fake fans. Do not
I'm
buy my
ready.
ticket, okay? That's all I'm saying. Thank you.
I'm ready for whatever she's gonna drop. In the last bit of news when it comes to the Creole goddess, she has also now received over 11 nominations for Grammys for the Cowboy Carter album. To no one's surprise,
To no one's surprise.
she's gonna. I'm not gonna say she's gonna sweep, but y'all not seeing. Y'all are not. I don't care who you. I don't care
People loved
who your
Renaissance.
favorite
People
artist is.
really, really love Cowboy Carter. And so,
I still play Cowboy Carter. Okay. Only song I skipped because I think they overplayed it for me is Texas Hold'em. That's it.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Yeah.
this album,
Yeah.
all of it. Spaghetti, don't let spaghetti come on.
Come on.
Do
Come on.
not let
Come on.
spaghetti come on. I'm ready. Do you understand me?
Also, I think with these nominations, it brings her to be the most nominated artist of
Yes.
all time in the Grammys.
Yes.
Which is also, I think the number is what, 99? Don't quote me
Yeah.
on that. I got to go check it. These numbers just came in as we're recording. But I think it's 99. And so again, with the nines, I just want to know what's going on. I just want to know what's going on. That's all I'm saying. All right.
If Not Like Us wins Grammy, because Kendrick was definitely nominated. Honestly, as much as I love Beyonce, I hate Drake more. I just like Aubrey more. I don't want to say hate. Your sister made a valid point, and I don't actually care about these people enough to hate them. I dislike Drake more than I love Beyonce.
That's a big statement. That's a big statement.
I would celebrate as though Kendrick Lamar was my blood relative if he wins a Grammy for Not Like Us. Solely because that just cements the greatest diss song against Aubrey Graham in history. Do you know what I mean?
In history.
Like a Nami, like that just adds salt to the wound.
Yeah.
Not only do I not like you, I turned in a Grammy award-winning diss song against you.
I believe he's going to. It's right around the same time of the Super Bowl too, and he got a supposed new album coming out. Like it just seems right. It just feels right. Seems right. Like so, we'll see.
Would hate to be you, Aubrey. Would
Yikes.
hate to be you. All right. With that being said, I hope we were able to give you guys a little bit of comedic relief amidst these tumultuous times. We will be here. Ryan and I are always humbled by the support that we get, but we genuinely enjoy like engaging with y'all. With that being said, back it up. Last week I said, hey guys, this was submitted by Alina, because I think that's her name.
And I definitely said, I hope so, because you don't have the best track record. I said that. That's what I said. That's what I said.
And my track record stands.
Oh, God. This girl.
Because her name is Alini, not Alina. Okay?
I hope that's right.
I don't know.
I hope that one is right.
Because I asked her. It is.
Oh, my God.
Because she sent it to me in an audio, audio DM. She sent me an audio message.
Okay.
Where she pronounced it.
Okay.
So shout out to Alini, because she's been riding with us since she's discovered this podcast.
Yes, she has.
And she was gracious enough to say she actually likes Alina, and that, she may actually change her name to like Alina Red. Don't do that, sweetheart.
Don't do that. Don't give her that power. Don't give this girl that power. Oh, no.
Not even that. Don't put that battery in my back, because I'm so bad at people's names that this will just make me worse. Because I'm be like, they're going to like it anyway.
They're going to just change it to fit.
They just going to change it. So don't do that. But shout out to you. I truly appreciate you, because in our toughest times, you say we make you laugh. In our toughest times, you be that one person that be in the DMs where I'm like, I like her. You make our day. So
yes.
Shout out to Alini. I got your name right. Ha ha. She told me I didn't have to do that, but I'm going to anyway. And if I got it wrong again, let me know, because this is apparently the running joke on the podcast. Jasmine said that I'm the real life version of Cheryl Lee Ralph's character on Abbott Elementary.
Perfect. That is so perfect. Have you been watching Abbott? Oh my gosh, it's so funny. This season is, oh my gosh.
This season is diabolical.
Too funny. It is too funny.
When I called Sabrina, Jasmine was like, you are Barbara from Abbott Elementary.
You are.
And I don't even mean to be. I just don't know people's names. I'm horrible at names. I apologize about that. But I try.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what is it called when a chameleon can't change color?
I don't know. What?
A reptile dysfunction.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The rest of mine are out of pocket. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Okay, keeping with animals. What kind of birds stick together?
Oh God, what?
Velcros.
You may have done this one. I'm not sure. What's the
Uh-huh.
difference between light and hard?
Oh gosh, I did do this. I just can't remember the punchline. What's the difference between light and hard? Oh God, what today?
It's easy to fall asleep with a light on.
I did
I
not do
have
this joke. I did not do that joke. That's pretty good. That's pretty
I
good.
have one joke that I'm just going to let y'all know right now. I have one joke that's not out of pocket. The other ones are completely unhinged. And for that, I apologize in advance.
Okay. What did the adopted peanut say when it was chasing the other peanut?
That's assault.
I'm a cashew.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna leave my unhinged ones for like the last bit. So I'm gonna give you the another good one.
Okay.
What do you call a singing computer?
Oh gosh. A singing computer. What?
Adele.
Okay. Okay. This might be your week for the jokes. That's good. I like that.
Oh, the rest of these are so bad.
I like
Oh my
that.
god, y'all gonna judge me.
So a little boy asked his mom to explain dark humor to him, and so uh, she said, "Okay, you see that boy with no hands over there? Walk over to him and tell him to clap." He said, "But mom, I'm blind," and she said, "Exactly." Maybe I should have saved that one for the last one.
I'm appalled. But this one may.
Uh huh.
You know what comes after death? Oh God.
Oh God, this seems like necrophilia or something like that. What comes after death? Oh God. Oh Jesus. I don't even want to know. What today?
You were close, necrophiliacs.
You see what I'm saying? Oh God.
Oh.
Oh gosh. Okay, so a dude walks into a store with his girlfriend to buy some condoms. And so after he purchases the condoms, the cashier said, "Do you want a bag?" And he says, "No, she's not that ugly."
I That is disrespectful. That is disrespectful. This is my second to last one.
Uh-huh.
This is more of an observation than but without nipples, boobs would be pointless.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, that's true. Okay, all right, all right. What do you call a blonde standing on her head?
Oh God, Ryan, what?
A brunette with bad breath.
Oh my God.
Virgo season
Oh.
show at gmail.com. Email address.
I just
I hope we made y'all laugh this week. If y'all want to make us laugh, send us something with the emails. You could find all the merch, all the stuff that y'all been asking for that I don't have on hand. I don't have it on hand. You got to order it online. VirgoSeasonShow.com. All right. I don't have it. Don't come to me be like, "Oh, I was just waiting for when I saw you in person." I don't have it. Okay. I don't have it. All
and
right.
I sure as hell don't have it. You got to go to the website. You can also catch us on social media on Virgo Season Show on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. You can find Ryan at Old Black Ryan on Instagram and TikTok, and you can find me at Joyhdae on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, are you ready? This last one is a limerick.
Oh boy. All right. I'll leave the rest that I have for
Okay.
later. What you got? Oh gosh.
There once was a vampire called Mabel, whose cycle was incredibly stable. So every full moon, she gets out her spoon and drinks herself under the table.
season.